Hey guys, what's up? Darcy here at 6 Strings 9 Lives, back for a CD and vinyl update. Yeah, a lot more spread apart these updates, I'll tell you, which is fine by me. I am just not picking up as much stuff as I used to. And you get to that point in your collection where you don't need, a lot of, you're just kind of maybe just filling holes. I still pick up my new releases, which we'll talk about a great new release today. Some vinyl reissues. And like I said, filling some holes, which I got 2 or 3 of those to show you here today. But before we get rolling, I am spinning some Metal Church in the background. Excuse me. I will be hanging out with Marty and Alan over on the Heavy Metallurgy channel tomorrow night, along with our good friend Jurgen. We will be ranking all the Metal Church studio albums. I always say I've got a lot of favorite bands, but Metal Church is definitely up there, and I'm super excited to go do this with these guys. Always a blast to hang out with them. So, and another thing, box sets this year have been kind of slow going, but I have pre-ordered my first box set, David Lee Roth, The Warner Recordings, 1985 to 1994, getting released here February 21st. For me, that is all you need for David Lee Roth. There, even the last album on there, Your Filthy Little Mouth, is so-so, but the rest of the package is fantastic. David Lee Roth also has 2 other albums, which I wouldn't call those essential, but if you're interested, for whatever reason, the vinyl version is only available exclusively through Rhino Records. But as far as the CD version, which is the same thing, except CD version I've seen that one up for pre-order through Amazon. And hey, if you're in another part of the world and you're interested in this, let us know where else you can get the vinyl version. I don't know if it's BMG overseas, or just let me know. But all right, let's get rolling on my update. We're going to start off with a band that's been around forever, and they're actually on my t-shirt, my new date night t-shirt. Yeah, like my wife will let me out of the house with this one. But anyways, brand new Gravedigger, 21st studio album. That is if you're not counting the one album that they did under the Just Digger, but under Just Gravedigger, this is their 21st studio album. Still going all these years, and yes, this ranking will be coming. I will be prepared for that in, I want to give this album at least a month or so, and then I will get that Gravedigger ranking done. I'm a fan. These guys are just metal to me. They're in with they're kind of lumped in with Helloween, Running Wild, Rage, bands like that, but they're not. They're more metal than power, put it that way. Where Helloween is definitely more power metal. These guys are metal power. Let's call them metal power. Anyways, brand new studio album, Bone Collector. First out on, well, I shouldn't say first out on Rock of Angels Records, but Rock of Angels Records has now become an affiliate of Reigning Phoenix Music, which there's several bands on that label. Here is the disc. Show you the back cover. Got the Reaper on the cover. There's a cool little booklet in here. It's got all the lyrics. Very well done. Anything that I've received so far from Reigning Phoenix or now Rock of Angels, they do a good job. So there's a collage there. So this is their, like I said, 21st studio album. First with new guitar player Toby Kirsting, if I'm pronouncing that last name right. He is formerly of the band Orden Ogan, which I know of them, and I think 1 or 2 of their albums, but other than that, I don't know much about them. But he's their new guitar player. Took over for longtime guitar player Axel Ritt. But this album is just a return to form. This one focuses, there's no concept here. The concept is just good metal songs, which if you know the band Gravedigger, you know that they have countless albums that are conceptual, and some great albums like Tunes of War and things like that. But this one is a real return back to the roots. If you like albums like The Reaper, The Gravedigger, Return of the Reaper, Heart of Darkness, this is right up your alley. You will love it. The first half of this is awesome. The actually self-titled song, Bone Collector, kicks this album off. It's just a great tune. First single or whatever they released was Kingdom of Skulls, I believe. Another couple highlights on here for me. The Devil's Serenade is just a straight ahead metal, not quite anthemic, but definitely I could just hear this one being played live. It's fantastic. But I am going to talk a little bit more about this album when I do my Gravedigger ranking, which I will be ready for. That is a lot of work to go through 21 albums, but I know these albums quite well, and just a band that I highly recommend if you're into some of the other bands that I've mentioned. But brand new one from Gravedigger called Bone Collector. And I also picked up Chris Bottendahl's Steel Hammer. So this one was from 2023. So if you don't know who Chris Bottendahl is, he is the leader, sole founder, remaining member of Gravedigger. And this is where he first teamed up with Tobias Kirsting, the new guitar player, which he is. I think that's him right there. But this is a good album too. It is right in the lines of Gravedigger. Very cool cover too. And this is called Chris Bottendahl's Steel Hammer, Reborn in Flames. So I don't know if this was the time where Chris thought, I need to regroup. Axel Ritt has left Gravedigger. Let's try something on the side. And this turned into Toby joining the band. So picked up this one too. Really good one. If you know Gravedigger, you probably already own this too. So this is the one. This is also on Rock of Angels Records. Let's move on to, well, I got a couple Thrashterpiece reissues here. And this one, and this is kind of where quality control hasn't been great on these reissues. If you know Testament, this one just got released on Friday, January 24th. This is Practice What You Preach. This is the 2025 reissue of a 1989 Thrashterpiece, which at the time when that came out, this cassette and Faith No More, The Real Thing, those two cassettes literally didn't leave my vehicle for the whole entire year of 1989, from the point they came out till the end of the year. Love those albums. But this reissue, I'm going to hold up. I'm going to do a couple comparisons. I don't have a original vinyl to show you, but I'm going to show you my original CD cover, and you're going to see where they really went darker on the new one. Dark in the clouds here, even the logo underneath, very dark. But it's not fuzzy. They did a better job than they did on the Legacy and the New Order. The orange, they went a little more hard on the orange. But as far as, true to the original, even the back cover is, it sounds great. I guess that is the main thing. This one came out on orange and bone swirl vinyl through Nuclear Blast, which you guys already know that Nuclear Blast acquired all the rights to the Atlantic years of Testament's catalog, which, now that I'm thinking, I hope they return to the Apocalyptic, or I always get tongue-tied on that one. City, that live EP, that's fantastic too. But here is the bone orange vinyl with the center ring on the A side, and then you got all the track listing on the B side. So like I said, it sounds great, and they gave a nice anti-static sleeve, and inside is and this is true to the original too. So just a little bit on the quality control. I got one other little comparison here to show you, because I picked up this is the new cassette version. I usually pick these up, some of my main bands. I never open them, just little souvenirs, but here's my original. We'll put my original side by side and kind of see what I mean about the darkness. It's just pure darkness added to it. The orange is much more orange. Actually, that orange reminds me of Dirt from Alice in Chains. But so there's the cassette, and then Nuke Blast. But overall, like I said, if you're just, you know, if a original is out of reach for you, or it just hasn't come along your way and you want to add this one to your collection, it sounds fantastic. Moving along with another thrash vinyl reissue. This one I got around Christmas time, and this is an album from Death Angel that I wasn't high on before, but this is one now that I've grown to like a lot more. Especially there's a little over half of this is just fantastic, and I like that it's, you know, 4/5 of the original lineup with now guitar player, what's his name here? Who do we have in here? Yeah, Ted Aguilar. But you have Mark Osengueda, Andy Gallion on drums, original drummer, Dennis Peppa on bass and vocals, and Rob Cavastani. But I think actually 4 guys sing on this. I'm sure Rob does something, but Andy has a song, Dennis Peppa has a song. But if you're going back, this is kind of the reunion album from, what is this, 1990, 2004-ish, I think. This is The Art of Dying, by the way. Way better job on this cover than Versus the Testament. I'll tell you that one for free. And there is the back cover. I'll just hold out the full gatefold. This is a 2 vinyl set on transparent yellow vinyl, or translated piss yellow, it should be. I think it is. No, not really. No, this would be some piss yellow with a lot of vitamin C, maybe. But anyways, that's what both of them look like, and the same on both sides. Sounds awesome. Anti-static sleeves. So if you're interested in picking up some older Death Angel that, you know, now that the newer stuff, I think they're almost stuck in one gear with the newer stuff. I'm not saying it's shit, so don't get me wrong. But now that I'm going back to these albums like The Art of Dying, Killing Season, they're better than what I remember them. So put it that way. Definitely glad to have both of them in the collection. All right, moving on. This one I also got right around Christmas. This is the 50th remastered, remixed version of Judas Priest Rock-a-Rolla. The cover is all risen up there. And what label is this? MNRK Heavy Exciter Records. This one just came on black vinyl. Now this one has been remixed by Tom Allum, and I'm sure Andy Sneap was involved in this too, but there's tons of liner notes, well, gatefold notes, I guess you would call them. There is no liner inside here. This one also came with a download code, so if you're interested in hearing this, it is really good. Very well done, this remix. You need to check it out if you're a Priest fan, but if somebody wants to take that and punch up that code and give it a listen, go ahead and grab that. And this one just came on black vinyl. And this definitely is feels like 180, well, 160 for sure, but there's the centering on both, same on both sides. And like I said, if you haven't checked it out, this is a really big improvement from the original, more of the sound they were after, which if you are a longtime Priest fan, they were not happy with that original mix and how it came out. So I don't know if they're going to do that for Sad Wings. I don't really think it needs a remix, but they're probably going to reissue it now that this company has the rights to those first 2 albums now. So moving on along with the vinyl, we'll move along with a Black Friday Record Store Day pickup. I already had talked about David Lee Roth this morning, but we're going to talk about some Van Halen. This is a live album that was only previously available. I don't know if it was available on a DVD, but it was available through the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge box set. So this is Live in Dallas 1991. Of course, you got Sammy on vocals, Mike Anthony, Eddie, and Alex. This is it's a decent live album. I usually will pick up anything Van Halen. just a band that I've loved for years. And this is just I think this is a kind of a makeup show. So technically this is a free outdoor show. The crowd is insane. Awesome time. And these guys just sound like they're having a blast. This one came out it's a 2-disc set on red vinyl. I'll show you this side because actually side 4 is, I think it's etched. So there is the red vinyl on that. There's the center rings. And yeah, it's got the, there, you can see that. The VH Hagar era logo etched on side 4. But yeah, if you're a Van Halen fan, you're gonna want to pick that up. It's really good. Okay, what do we got? 2 or 3 CDs. I had talked about earlier about filling holes. Here's a couple from Destruction. Now the years on here, I don't know if I'll be able to even read these ones. I think these are 2000s Destruction, and these next 3 items were kind of birthday gifts. They were birthday gifts from a good friend of mine, always helping me out, trying to. We help each other filling holes with our collections. But this is Destruction, Devolution. Now, honest opinion, these 2 I'll show you. I want them in my collection. They aren't the strongest Destruction albums. They wouldn't be top ranking ones, but they're good. There's some good tunes on them. And these 2 I haven't owned long enough to know them super well, so that's what I will be doing over the next while. And there's the back cover. So this is I think this one was originally released on AFM Records, if I remembering correctly. This is a Candlelight USA reissue of Devolution. So let me know if you're a Destruction fan and you know these albums, but some of the Destruction stuff is very hard to find. And the next one he picked up for me is Inventor of Evil. Also a Candlelight. This is the one that was originally released on AFM Records. Actually, both of these probably were. And this is a Candlelight reissue of Inventor of Evil. I should actually open this up and show you. Very well done. Booklets are very well done. Jewel case. But yeah, some more Destruction to add to the collection. I think I'm missing only 1 or 2. Destruction and Sodom are the 2 bands that they make it really hard to find all their stuff. Again, depending on some reissues to kind of help me through their discography. So one day we will do a Destruction ranking also. And you've heard me talk about this band. Actually, one of their albums is on my top 50 list of all-time favorite albums, and that is Headhunter by Krokus. But I still actually, believe it or not, have some holes to fill in their discography. I think their first 3 albums, I honestly will never own them. I just don't feel a need to. But within their discography, and I will say underrated, there's some underrated stuff in their discography. And what I was saying is in their discography, there's still a few that I need to pick off. So one of them, it came in a double disc. This is Krokus, Stampede, and Round 13, and it's just in a little slipcase. So this one is a little bit unique. These 2 albums are from, we have 2 different singers that aren't Mark Storace, who is Krokus's main vocalist and has been for years. But these 2 albums are put together with 2 different vocalists. I think Fernando von Arb was the only original member on a couple of these. But Round 13, or actually Stampede, is Peter Tanner on vocals. And if I flip this around, so this is this cover for Stampede, which out of these 2 albums, this is fantastic. I highly recommend this one if you are a Krokus fan and missed this one. And then on Round 13, the vocalist was Carl Sentence, which what band was he in? Let me know in the comments if you know who Carl Sentence is. Oh, it's just skipping my mind. But yeah, like I said, let me know. Carl Sentence is on this one, Round 13, representing their 13th release. Absolute shit. Just a terrible cover, too. Actually, Stampede is much better. Remastered. But Round 13, it's not that great. It's got a lot of AC/DC vibes. Nothing against Carl Sentence on vocals. It's just the songs are weak. But overall, out of this package, it's this Stampede will definitely be one that I would spin more. But there's other Krokus albums like Heart Attack or Hellraiser. I should do a little bit of a Krokus spotlight because they do have some great albums that you should know about that, you know, that aren't Headhunter or The Blitz, stuff like that. So there's that. And then finally, this was a nice part of this birthday gift package from my friend. I guess I can take a little bit of credit for making him into a huge Helloween fan, and he thought I should have this in my collection. And hey, it's got Michael on vocals, and I do want it. I know it gets shit on all the time. This one and Pink Bubbles go ape. But this goes back to what was I talking about earlier? You know, going back to albums like The Art of Dying and liking them more than I used to. But I've always liked Chameleon, or I should say I've always liked a few songs on Chameleon, which my favorite song on here is called Step Out of Hell, which is the closest thing to kind of what you would hear these days from Helloween. But there's some good tracks on here. Revolution Now, When the Sinner, Giants, that's the other one, check out too. But it's good to have this in the collection, and I will track down a copy of Pink Bubbles also. And then I would have kind of all the Michael stuff on vinyl. Whoops, I need to, show you what's all in here. So this is a gatefold BMG reissue from a couple of years ago at least, but there is the gatefold, the back cover, and this one comes on to vinyl. And here's the inner sleeve for this one. And we'll flip this one around here. Very well done. You know, anything from BMG, I mean, they pretty much own everything, but great reissue from BMG. Yeah, I thought they would have went for a second box set after that, what's it called? The first Helloween box set, which is one of my favorite box sets, but I thought they would continue with a second one, but they haven't yet. But here is the vinyl. Same on both sides, center rings, but always good to have some Helloween added to the collection. And even if it's those albums that are always ranked lowest, there's some good stuff on there. There's even some great tracks on Pink Bubbles too. Anyways, that is it for this update. Again, I'll remind you, if you can join us tomorrow night and we will talk some Metal Church. We should have a blast, I'm sure. So hope you enjoyed this one. Until next time, stay heavy.